Alright, definitely did not forget to record this yesterday and am now recording today to make up for that. Let's go on to the rest of the Olympics. And I think it's already guaranteed we're gonna win, but okay, cool. Is this one? So this one's not ice. Alright. I think that's all we need. Hold on, is this a short track? Yeah, this is the second short track one, isn't it? I'll just leave my stats as they are. I don't need to retune anything. I don't think. Okay. Good old circle. I find that weirdly phrased, try the freestyle and free ride. If anything, it feels like it's the opposite. If you select the freestyle game mode, one of the things you can select as like a sub option is free ride. But best routes for what, exactly? It's certainly not applicable in this race. You don't have a choice of routes. Recently, that's talking about enduro, I guess? Anyways. Yeah, this one was really straightforward the first time we did it already. There's not usually a whole lot of complication to these short track courses. This one especially, well, it really was just drive in a circle for a few minutes. So no complaints here. I do feel a little bit disappointed in at how easy it is to just demolish everything with the stats I have now. Which there are exceptions, like Supercross has still taken me some effort, which I mean, not that I find Supercross especially fun, but it does take effort, which is good generally. And on top of that, enduro still requires me to not do awful, at least. It's not a given I'm going to get first in any given attempt in enduro. Short track seems to have bared the brunt of it, although some of it I think is just... Sometimes later courses just kind of feel easier than some of the earlier ones. Like this one is... I don't know what could possibly be said to say that this course is more difficult than earlier short track courses. But maybe I'm just thinking that because I have stats that blow everyone else away and don't require me to actually make an effort to navigate this course effectively. Because sure, I could decide to preload there or not, maybe try to not land on the upward sail I just landed on. But it doesn't matter because I'm already ahead of anyone anyways. But lots of the other short track courses actually had like more turns you had to take carefully and so on, because they weren't just an oval. This one is an oval. I guess this one's supposed to be difficult in aspects other than turns, I guess. As far as short track stuff goes, I don't think you usually have jumps like this in short track. And like bumps where you have to, you know, Supercross style, try to land on them properly. Yeah, if you have lots of hills up and down here. I guess that's supposed to be the gimmick for this course, but it doesn't add up to much. And in Supercross, even with my current stats, if I don't hit hills correctly, I'll still fall way behind everyone else. Here I'm not making any effort whatsoever, and it's still getting me ahead. Oh well. This is almost over anyways. I'm sure I can come up with something to say for the next 2 laps. I will challenge myself with this. But really, this is all the things that just happens when you're redoing races like this game, unfortunately, as you do in the Olympics. It's the... I still maintain, I think it's strange how you progress from singular event type tournaments to the Olympics, which in a certain sense it makes sense because you could say, well, okay, now you have to be good at everything to complete the Olympics, but it's really the opposite, because you can get so far ahead that if you have problems with one event type, you can just... Well, I need to change my loadout anyways. If you have trouble with one event type, like Supercross for instance, you can just do better in the other ones to make up for it now, which you couldn't do before. I couldn't make up for my difficulties with Supercross by doing better in non-Supercross events earlier. When I was doing the Supercross tournament, here I can. I mean, I ended up getting first and everything anyways for some reason. I don't know if I'm just better somehow. I don't think I am. or if the AI is easier in this tournament, which would be even sillier since I unlocked this by doing well in the other tournaments. So you'd think the AI would be harder or something. I really don't know. So on one hand, I like the concept of this tournament. On the other hand, it feels like it's kind of padding things up by just having me do the same thing again without actually providing a new challenge. Because it works out to be even easier. What? I didn't do that. I didn't. My hand wasn't even on the controller. I definitely didn't press the skip track button. Okay, well. Sorry, no ATV theme songs today. Anyways. I barely remember this course actually. This particular enduro course. Yeah. Thought I was being clever by skipping some stuff there, but nope. Completely wrong. Alright. Here I am. Cutting corners again in a way that I'm not sure is productive here, but it usually works out in the end anyways. Oh, I had to turn even harder than I thought. It'd be cool if I could actually remember these courses, but weeks between individual attempts at these courses means that I kind of don't. It would be even cooler if I was actually more generally familiar with the entire map before going through here. So to actually have an idea where this is going through, and that would also mean I could recognize and memorize where the waypoints are more easily. And think, oh hey, I know a fast way from here to there. Which would be really fun. Just routing can be fun as an aspect of racing. I like to think about things sometimes. I don't mind a game requiring that. Just here, we're catching it pretty okay. Put it the sign. You can knock them over, but I'll probably still knock you over in the process too. Bouncing everywhere, hello. Yeah, so not sure if I should have tuned my bike a little different for this race, I don't know. I'm admittedly getting kind of complacent at this point, because it feels like I'm... Oh. This feels like I'm generally doing fine in these races without much effort anyways. Which I still just blame on my bike being stupid powerful. Despite the fact that there's still bikes in this game that cost like 3 times as much. For marginal improvement in stats. Wow, surprised no one wiped out there. Okay, I would appreciate actually managing to get a lead here at some point. Although we're still in the first lap, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. I could have cut that corner there. I don't remember how long this one was, jeez. And of course, that's just how Enduro is. I don't mind Enduro being long as much as I mind some of the other courses being long, like the Nationals. I think it's because they feel less repetitive. And it is only 3 laps, even though it is long. There's just more stuff to do each lap. I'll just go down this way this time. Don't hit that tree. Interesting, someone else actually decided to cut the corner there. Wouldn't think the AI would do that. There you go, man. That was a pretty slow burn to get my lead back there. Slower than I expected. would be nice if I remembered where each of these things were, so I was a little bit more confident whether I could do what I just did, for instance. It worked out fine. Yeah, I find that oftentimes the winning strategy really is just to go in a straight line to the next checkpoint, irrespective of what the terrain is like. Which feels a little silly. Because you think that you'd be rewarded with more clever routing to take advantage of more efficiently traversable terrain and so on, but maybe that's... I feel like that's just been the case the entire time you've been playing this game, though, in all the Enduro courses. I was wondering for a second, maybe it has to do with me having a really strong bike that can just go up hills really efficiently and so on, so I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm going up a hill from one checkpoint to the other, but no, not really. So I can... yeah. Just trying to explicitly avoid doing what I just did, but okay. Keep running straight into that hump there. And I don't remember what the last Enduro was, the one that we'll be doing after this. Presumably we'll be doing this... no, we probably won't have time for this episode. So we'll finish up the Olympics next episode. And then start on those last two tournaments, I guess. There's the Island Tournament and the Ice Tournament, whatever it was called. I feel like you could cut to the left there, it's just a slightly hard turn to make. I don't know if that was a more efficient route to take, or if I should have just gone in a straight line. Looks like I'm going for best in a time trial here. Actually, question. Why doesn't this game have time trials? I feel like that would be a sensible thing to include. I feel like it's oftentimes a good idea to make time trials kind of an optional thing to do in a racing game like this, just because, you know, a lot of people don't find them that fun. Good job. But it's oftentimes, I think, a good idea to have, like, I don't know, optional things you can unlock or whatever by doing well in time trials. Yeah, there you go. I don't know why I had the sudden idea to try to jump from one spot on the road to the next while jumping over everything in between. But I did, and it worked. Yeah, I'm not thinking about it. I don't know. I can't. Well, not that I know a lot of climax racing games like this one. Really, just this one, and I guess the one before it, Offroad Guru 2, and a little straggle off on the right there on the minimap. But really, just this game, its predecessor, which I also don't think has anything comparable to a Time Attack, and then there's Hot Wheels, well, two Hot Wheels games, I guess. Both of them. What was it? Soundtrack Challenge and... and World Race. I think World Race has any kind of... Actually, World Race might have a time trial that you can do, but I don't think you unlock anything through it. Or something like that. I don't remember especially well. Whoa. And that guy really, really beat me on, an efficient route there. Jeez. Actually got outsmarted for a second there. Yeah, this is where I just run into that hill. So I'm gonna weave through it this time. There we go. Yeah, I got a huge lead again. Very good. But yeah, I know for certain that Soundtrack Challenge didn't have anything of the sort, which it could have used. That game really just needed more. That game didn't need more content. It had too high of a ratio of like new content per unit time. I wish it got more mileage out of the content that it did have. I can't. There aren't many games. Every single time I went around this thing when I could have just cut through it. But I can't think of any other games that make me think that. I probably thought that before about something else, but It's not often I think to myself, yeah, I wish they just stretched this further even without adding any new content. Just let me retry races on a higher difficulty and or give me time trials or something. But that's just how Suntrack Challenge was. Very short and sweet. Whereas this game stretched itself out a bit more, undoubtedly. There we go. Well, I have twice the points of the person in second. Okay, we're on dirt next time, apparently. So that'll be next time. And as promised, after that, we'll no matter what, we'll win the tournament. Our win was locked in some time ago. We'll get a perfect win on this one. Fantastic. And then after that, we'll head on to the, I think Island Tournament's the next one. And after that is the Ice Tournament. I don't plan on doing stuff on Expert. I think we're good. So, only a few episodes left, I think. Oh, also, I'm ending the episode here. Bye, everyone.